Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you a very aggressive deck that I've created that I've been using to counter the meta and climb very fast up the ranks with almost a 70% win rate. And with this deck, so far I've climbed from Silver 4 to Platinum 4. In this video, I will go over everything about this deck, including pros and cons, different Mulligan starts, tech cards, and late game cards. This deck actually gets so aggressive that I've consistently had people surrender as early as turn 2 and turn 3. And in this clip you'll see that one of those surrenders was actually for my Gold 4 promotionals. Alright, so let's actually start talking about the deck itself now. Some of the pros of this deck are you can win as early as turn 2, you have 3 consistent Mulligan paths, which I will show you. I've had up to a 70% win rate, and actually higher than that. And it's very strong against the current meta, so like Sejuani and Ashe I know is a really popular deck in the meta right now, and I've had really good win rate against that deck. And I have tech cards in it for Twisted Fate decks, and I've also had good success against Yasuo decks, which is mostly all of what I've been facing currently. Some of the cons of this deck are it's harder to win later in the game. The deck may not be effective in later metas, so it's very strong against this current meta, but in another meta later on down the line, it may not be as effective. And with this deck, you kind of have to go all in. It's that aggressive of a deck, so it can be a bad thing if you run out of gas. And it requires tough decisions and different gameplay scenarios that you may have to really think and decide. And when I say you need to go all in, sometimes you really do. As you can see right here, this is turn 3 and I pretty much played my entire hand. So with this deck, when you're mulliganing and getting your starting hand, there's 3 different sets of cards you're really looking for your starting hand. So if you have 2 or more of these cards, you kind of want to trade the rest of your cards out to try to get the others. So for these cards right here, there's a 10 damage combo that you can have by turn 2 if you're attacking on turn 2. If not, you can always just do it on turn 3. But basically you start with Bark Beast, then turn 2 you play Curse Keeper, and then you play Ravenous Butcher on Curse Keeper, which summons Escape Abomination, and then if you're attacking and they haven't really played anything, you can have up to 10 damage on turn 2. Say they blocked with like maybe they played a 1-1 or a 2-2, then sure they'll block one of your things, but you're still in a very good position and you'll probably up trade and get good damage off. So this is the first hand you will want to look out for and try to get if you get 2 or more of these cards in your starting hand. Your second option for a starting hand start is your spider card start. So basically if you get Elise and really any other spider card, and which in this deck I have Crawling Sensation, Vile Feast, and Hapless Aristocrat. If you get 2 or more spider cards and you didn't get anything for your other starting hands, this can be a really solid start for the early game. And it actually pairs really well if you also have Dawn Speakers. I wouldn't look too hard for Dawn Speakers, but Dawn Speakers is one of the cards that actually propels us into the game and helps us survive later on in the game. But if you get a Elise card and a Spider card, that's also a really good start for this deck. Our third and final option for our starting hand is Senillusion. So basically, if you have a Senillusion and you don't have any of your other hand starts available, you can mulligan and try to get the other that you're missing. So if I have Senna, I'll mulligan for Lucian, or if I have Lucian, I'll mulligan for Senna. And this is extremely strong, you probably already know this, but you just play Lucian on turn 2, Senna on turn 3, then your opponent has to make very tough choices on who to kill, because if they kill either Senna or Lucian, then one is upgrading and they'll have a lot of problems. Now we're going to move on to the tech cards I have in this deck. So one really important card for this deck is Ranger's Resolve. So we have a bunch of low health minions in the beginning of the game, and really strong cards against this deck are Withering Well and actual red card from TF. And TF is a very popular card in the current meta, so there's going to be a lot of times where he's playing red card, or you'll get Withering Well, or even the Misfortune Make It Rain card. Ranger's Resolve can actually save all your minions from AoEs like this. And not only is it good for saving your minions, it's also a very good card for trading up, and so is Back to Back. Now, Back to Back I think is one of the best cards in this deck. It finishes so many games for me. So basically, Back to Back is a very strong burst card that gives 2 allies 3/3 during the round it's played. Now this card can be very defensive or very offensive. First of all, you can use it to trade up, you can use it to counter current cards that are popular in the meta right now, like Sejuani or really any Frostbite card, because Frostbite sets your attack to 0, and you actually can use this 3/3 to buff your unit to actually fight back during Frostbite. And Ashe actually has only 3 health, so you can use it to actually kill Ashe with a minion that she may not think you can defend with. It also is good for trading up against Yasuo, since Yasuo has quick attack and you can get your minion stronger than Yasuo. And it just counters big damage cards like Grasping and Undying. But not only defensively can you use this card, like I said, offensively, if you set up a whole bunch of units aboard and have them attacking, they may block your strong units. And usually with this deck, you already have people low after attacking them every round. So they may leave your 1/1 spiders free to attack, and then you can use back to back on both of those and actually get lethal off of minions they may not think most of the time. So it's a very good finishing card for when your opponent doesn't expect you to have lethal. And right here is a couple examples of Ranger's Resolve being useful. So Withering Well would kill pretty much all my spiders right here in this clip, and so I play Ranger's Resolve to counter that. Here he plays Make It Rain. Ranger's Resolve can easily save my minions, and here again Withering Well, all my spiders live because of Ranger's Resolve. He wasted all his mana to play this card, which will put him very behind, and I will get a whole Elise upgrade. So Ranger's Resolve is very strong in a lot of scenarios. One last thing I want to touch on is the late game cards in this deck. So we have Dawn Speakers first of all, which end of round grants all allies 1/1 if an ally died this round. And you have lots of ways to kill your allies in this deck, and even when you want to save Dawn Speaker usually and play them at the end of the round, so usually they'll kill one of your small help minions anyways, and really Dawn Speaker just snowballs your team and actually can help you survive in the late game if you can keep your team alive. Cytherea is also really good for late game because she makes it where they can't just block with little units to stop you from hitting them, so she gives Fearsome to everyone, and she gives 1/1 to everyone, which will boost your attack by a lot. Glimpse Beyond can also kind of help you in the late game, even though it can help you in all stages of the game really. If they try to kill your minion, you can use it on your minion, stuff like that. But you can draw more cards in the late game, and like I said, Back to Back is an amazing card for finding hidden lethals and for trading up and saving your minions. And right here at the top you can see how you can fare in the late game. So Dawn Speaker, especially if you get 2 up, is extremely strong, and you can get your minions all the way up to 9/6 or 11 attack. It's insane. And that's mostly of everything you need to know about the deck. I will have the link in the description if you want to try it out. I highly recommend it, as I've climbed super fast with a super high win rate in this meta. And I really hope that you found this video helpful and informative, and now I will continue on to an actual match. So just newly promoted to Platinum, we're going to go straight into the game. Also guys, if you're not already subscribed to my channel and you'd like to see more of my content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like the video if you found it helpful. It helps me out a lot. Alright, so we're facing Sejuani Teemo. Looks like everyone's playing Sejuani. Not much to this hand right here, so I'm going to get rid of everything and just hope I get something. This hand isn't ideal. Well, actually it is. We got Elise with a spider card, so that'll actually work out perfect for us. Really, like I showed earlier in the video, you want to get 2 of a card. So we're gonna play this
What's that noise?
Hapless Aristocrats. That is
Get out
that.
of here! I'd follow you anywhere.
Of course you would.
It's unfortunate, but that'll be alright.
Quest.
Got Sen and Lucian now. Play Bark Beast and then play Lucian. That way, yeah, if they try to kill our champion, then they'll get some value out of it. And yeah, he's all his mana, so you can't punish. Now he's in real trouble if I actually get sent off next round.
This is mercy. You're late.
You're early.
Now this puts him in the position of being in big trouble if he kills Lucian or Senna. Even Bark Beast is providing a lot of pressure right now. There you go, guys. Makes some people surrender really fast.
And stay dead.
One of the easiest games I've ever played. Also, if you guys would like to watch me stream or just come and hang out and talk about decks and cards, then you can check out my stream on twitch.tv at darkhood00. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.
Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright.